Who is Donald Trump? The story behind the showman. Love him or loathe him, Donald Trump has become the most polarizing figure in modern American history. A businessman turned reality TV star turned president, twice. But who is the man behind the bluster? How did the kid from Queens rise to command global attention, reshape a political party, and redefine the American presidency? Twice? Today, we unpack the story of Donald John Trump. The man, the myth, the force. Born in 1946, Donald Trump was the fourth of 5 children in the affluent Trump family of Queens, New York. His father, Fred Trump, was a tough, shrewd real estate developer.
Students have come to me and said, "What is the secret of your success? Tell me so I can make it happen." I tell them there is no secret. There are just 2 things. One, you must like what you do. You must pick out the right business or profession. You must learn all about it, learn everything there is to know about it, so you become enthusiastic about it.
And young Donald was, by all accounts, rambunctious and combative. He was sent to New York Military Academy at 13, not exactly a typical prep school choice. It was here he discovered discipline and, crucially, the art of showmanship.
This is the New York Military Academy in Cornwall-on-Hudson, New York. Founded in 1889, NEMA is a college preparatory school for about 300 students, both male and female. But all are called cadets.
Success is a very important thing. It's certainly been very important to me. And I can tell you that one of the great choices I ever made in terms of success was the choice of going to NYMA, New York Military Academy. I've loved it. It was terrific training. It was tough, but it was good. And it was really one of my great decisions in life.
He'd later attend the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, where he studied economics and kept an eye on the family business.
If you ever heard Donald Trump talk on the campaign trail, you've heard him talk about his qualifications as a former Ivy League student, particularly here at the Wharton School of Business at UPenn. So he came here to see what the students think about him. Hey, what's your name?
My name is Miles.
My brother's name is Miles. Nice to meet you. So, Miles, you know who else went to Wharton?
Many people.
Yeah, but a special guy that's running for president on Tuesday.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
I'm thrilled to be in the great city of Philadelphia. Went to college here at the Wharton School of Finance, U of Penn. That's the way you learned at the Wharton School of Finance. I mean, that would be the ultimate thing. Now, whether or not that works, but I did suggest that I'm highly educated. I went to the Wharton School of Finance. 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 I was a very fine student. I went to a great school, business school.
Even in his 20s, Trump was ambitious, hungry, and already rehearsing the performance of Donald Trump, the brand. In 1971, he took over his father's company and renamed it the Trump Organization. It wasn't just a name change, it was a declaration. Trump understood something fundamental. In America, perception is currency. He plastered his name on hotels, casinos, skyscrapers, and even steaks. He wasn't just building properties, he was building a mythos. There were highs: the glitzy opening of Trump Tower in 1983, his takeover of the Plaza Hotel, his stint as owner of the Miss Universe pageant. And there were the lows: 6 bankruptcies, mounting debt, and public scandals. But through it all, Trump never admitted defeat. In his world, losing was never part of the script. By the time he launched The Apprentice in 2004, his reinvention was complete. The American public saw him not as a failed businessman, but as the ultimate boss. "You're fired" became more than a catchphrase. It was a cultural moment.
Do you understand me? And I'm going to sue you if I have to. Do you understand me? Yes, I hung up. You didn't get disconnected. I hung up.
Performance could have been better.
Could have been better.
It could have been a hell of a lot better. But look, I'm not a guy who's going to run around blaming people. So I'm going to take responsibility for that.
That's fine.
So if you want to fire me, go right ahead.
All right, Gene,
but I think
you're fired.
Before we dive deeper into the man who turned politics into primetime, if you're enjoying this journey through history, power, and personality, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to the Daily Facts Vault. We bring you compelling stories, fascinating figures, and the facts that shape our world. One vault at a time. Don't miss what's next. Then came the pivot no one saw coming. In 2015, Trump descended that now infamous golden escalator in Trump Tower and announced his candidacy for president. The political elite laughed. The public tuned in.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running for President of the United States. We need a leader that wrote The Art of the Deal.
Trump also released details of his closely guarded finances for the first time, showing he has about $9 billion in assets from his business empire.
He ran on a platform of grievance and bravado, vowing to make America great again. His rhetoric was raw, nationalist, and often inflammatory. He called for a ban on Muslim immigrants, a border wall with Mexico, and trade wars with China. To many, he was outrageous. To others, a truth teller. Against all odds, Trump defeated Hillary Clinton in 2016, becoming the 45th president of the United States. The world was stunned. The political establishment was shaken. Trump's presidency was unlike any other. He governed through Twitter, ignited cultural battles, rolled back regulations, and redefined American diplomacy with brash unilateralism. He appointed 3 Supreme Court justices, survived 2 impeachments, and never stopped campaigning.
And today proved himself to be the most ignorant person in the history of the American presidency and possibly American politics by saying that he would turn to the judges that he has appointed to the United States Supreme Court to save him from impeachment. That will never happen, but it does seem that today is the first day of what promises to be a Trump administration illegal war, with every House committee seeking information and witnesses from the Trump administration.
He pushed narratives of fake news, deep state conspiracies, and election fraud. He thrived in chaos. Then came January 6, 2021. A mob of his supporters stormed the Capitol after a rally where he claimed the 2020 election was stolen. It was a day that shocked the nation and led to his second impeachment.
Joe Strang.
We've been hearing flashbangs every few minutes for the last hour.
They've essentially overtaken the front of the Capitol.
Second floor!
Protesters have penetrated the Capitol.
At this hour, our democracy is under unprecedented assault.
We will never give up. We will never concede.
Yet, Trump remained a central figure in American life. Legal battles mounted. Controversies persisted. But so did his base. Most thought his political career was over. It wasn't. In 2024, Trump ran again. He won. Now serving as the 47th President of the United States, Trump is once again at the helm of a nation divided. His return to power is unprecedented. A story of reinvention, defiance, and the raw force of personality. Donald Trump is more than a politician. He's a mirror held up to America, reflecting its aspirations, its divisions, and its contradictions. Whether you see a savior or a threat, one thing is clear: Trump has reshaped the American story, and he's not done writing it.